Hello Reformers and welcome back to Mount & Blade Warband. Now, when we left off, we had attempted to take Barry all by our lonesome without the assistance of any of our vassals, and it actually didn't go too badly, it didn't go too well either. We took out about 30 or so of the enemy's units, and I gotta say that's pretty disappointing. That's a pretty disappointing result, but on the other hand, we didn't really lose too many units on the other side of things anyway, so I've now decided that enough is enough, and playtime is over, Saranids. Yes, we're going to be attempting to... Wow. Did they always have 315 in there, or did I just literally take out no one the last time we went in? I think I probably just took out no one, but as you can see by the date, I've been waiting for a couple of days, and basically that was just because I needed to level up a couple more Swadian units. As you can see here, I have a couple more crossbowmen, and up until about a day ago they were still skirmishers. So it's pretty happy, you know, it's pretty nice that they have now advanced into the next level. And hopefully they're going to help us out quite a bit. Anyway, if that is even the case, because they might not even get to join us, because as you also see here, we have Lord Druli, Mleza, we have Rimusk, and Akadan, and they are going to be helping us to take Barry. Now, the one good thing that I feel is... Oh. Well, I was going to say the one good thing that I feel that is good is that... Well, now we don't really have a very bad battle advantage. I'm actually a little bit saddened by the Nord's actions here, and I've not taken any other castles near to them. So it's not like the Rodoks with, this is what you get for taking Karaf Castle, you know. It's not like that this time around. I did not take anything close to them, and neither have my vassals as far as I'm aware. So that's a bit of a shame, really, because I did not want to fight the Nords. But, oh well, never mind. I guess we're going to have a little bit of fun time with them as well. But for now, we're going to be concentrating on Barry. I think we're probably going to be able to take this relatively easily. Most of our vassals do have pretty high tier units. Not exactly bad. But, of course, on the one hand, we do have to be a little bit careful here, because I literally have... Well, I do have a couple of archers that I can potentially use in this fight, so I suppose that's pretty decent. I don't think that's too bad, but, oh well, never mind. I guess I'm just going to get out my bow and see if I can do a little bit of damage with some headshots and things like that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Give me those headshots. Yeah, nice. Okay, we've already taken out one of them, and yeah, basically, okay, this is what we're going to be doing here. We're throwing basically all strategy out the window with the exception of basically having the archers stand outside, because there's not much more we can do. I mean, we have the numbers, you know, we have the numbers, and we've got to use those numbers to our advantage. So if we can tell everyone to just charge up there and basically shock the enemy into submission, then I think that that is probably the best way we can use our advantage at the moment. If we don't do that, then what are we going to do? Well, we're just going to stand out there and allow subpar archers to do damage. But they're really not going to do that much damage, and that's it, you know? I mean, look, we're already inside, which in my opinion is much, much better than... Oh, wow. Okay, there's actually a pretty decent archery nest over in that direction there. I'm a little bit worried about that. Let's just run through these guys real quick. How do I get over there? Seems like I'm going to need to jump down. This is not... Ooh, okay. I thought that was going to do a little bit more damage, but thankfully not. Okay, now... Okay, be careful. Okay, there is... okay, a couple of stairs here. That's nice. Alright, so I'm going to tell my archers to charge in now as well, because I think that our infantry is going to be absolutely fine to clear out most of the enemies on the battlements, and we're going to need a little bit of ranged support at some point. And I'm also going to kill these guys. Yeah, take that. Take this. Take that, and then this. Yeah, okay. I might actually die here. If I die here, I'm going to be really sad, but... Okay, so... Yeah, this is the trick that I've learned over a couple of episodes playing in native. And usually it's a good idea to stand still when you're fighting people, because if you stand still, they get no speed bonus of you, like, charging into them. And obviously you don't get any speed bonus, but you don't really need that, because you technically, as a player character, should have much more power behind your strikes. So yeah, I did mention that in a previous episode anyway, so I just thought I'd mention it again in case you missed that one. Anyway, let's see if we can creep up on these guys a little bit here and see if we can do a little bit of damage. Oh, no, you're not going to kill me with your throwing weapons, thank you very much. Maybe this guy will. No, he's got a bow. That's fine. I actually feel like at some point I should do a character that focuses on shield skill only. Like not shield skill only, obviously, but having like, I don't know, a huge amount of agility and athletics and all kinds of wonderful things like that. I'm going to try and shoot this guy if I... Yeah, it's not going to work, is it? It's not going to work. I have a bad feeling that we might not even be able to do this. I mean, I'm probably going to... I'm going to lose my shield if I don't move, but unfortunately the archers are all focusing me, so yeah, there's not much more I could have done. Otherwise, this guy on the little stand over there was just going to destroy my shield eventually, but let's have a look and see how many we lost. Actually, wow. Basically almost the same as the enemy. That is crazy. Look at that. We did kill 100 of them. So I suppose that's pretty decent. And we still have quite a few. So I'm going to wait for 1 day or so just to recoup our HP as much as possible. And then we're going to head back in. It seems like Lord Akadan has abandoned the fight, but instead Lord Garmal is here, so I suppose we have a bit of a replacement for Lord Akadan. Not entirely sure where he's going, but hopefully he's going to do something amazing. You know, because we know that Lord Akadan tends to go off and do random things, and hopefully those random things are going to result in us acquiring more property. I mean, I think that would be pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to put my archers on the, on the outside here as per usual, and then we're just going to try our best to penetrate their defenses with our infantry. But of course, these archers have now spawned on the battlements, and this is a bad thing for us. This is pretty bad, so not entirely sure if this is a good plan or not, but I suppose we're just going to try our best. I mean, literally, we have so many units on our side, thanks to the vassals, that I'm not entirely sure if we really need to make modifications to our strategy at the moment. I mean, is that guy dead? Yeah, I think that guy's dead. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going to continue shooting these guys, trying to kill them as fast as possible. Because we can't have them doing all this stuff, can we? No, we can't have them doing this. We need to make sure that they... There we go. They die very, very quickly. Nice, we're getting some good headshots here. We're slowly improving our proficiency. And eventually, hopefully, we're going to be able to kill these guys and many other units in one headshot. That would be quite nice. But as it stands, I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to do that just yet. Okay, I'm going to tell my archers to charge in now. It's about time. I mean, look at this. We have a bunch of units over here, and I'm going to try and... Wow, okay. Took a little bit of free damage there. What? How? Who am I being shot by? I don't even know who I'm being shot by right now. Am I being shot from behind or in front? That's a bit strange. Oh well, never mind. Okay. Guess I'm just going to do a little bit of damage as they walk by. There we go. Yes, there we go. Okay, now I can do some damage because I think they've all arrived. Yes. Okay, I'm being shot from below, I believe. Yes, I think so. I need to be a little bit more careful then, I guess. Just make sure that we survive. That is the main thing. I'd like to kick this guy off, but I don't think the kick works in that way. Does it? Doesn't seem to, at the very least. Anyway, we're going to try and... Oh yeah, nice. We're going to try and get a couple of nice fleeting attacks here. There we go. Nice, nice. There we go. Yeah, that's exactly what we like to see, isn't it? I mean, really, we have everyone in here. I think we should have this in the bag this time. I mean, we've killed many more than previously, so I would think that we have a much greater chance of doing something proper here. Okay, yeah, okay, not bad. I am taking a little bit of damage here as well, which is never a good sign. Okay, I'm gonna get out my bow and try and do a little bit of something here. Shoot them in the head, if I can. Yes, there we go. A little bit more. Come on, kill that Mamluk. Kill that Ah, no, I think he died. I think he died. Did he? Yeah, I think so. There's another one, though. That's not particularly good. Okay, I hit one of my friendly troops as well, which is always never a good sign, but oh well, never mind. I think it's fine. Okay, so what's actually going on here? Yeah, we have all of our archers in here. That's the main reason why we're having problems with defeating these infantry. But I think it's okay. I mean, we just need to keep going, really. It's basically a war of attrition. There isn't much more I can do, to be honest. I mean, I could retreat again, but I don't really want to do that. I want to get this done, you know? I want to get this out of the way so that we can concentrate on eliminating the Sarranids once and for all. And these guys, I mean, there's what? How many left? They have Cherise, and they have Tyr because of a defector, and they have Kurin Castle as well up in Nord territory, which is going to be almost impossible for us to take now because the Nords have declared war against us, of course. So that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? And of course we have the other issue of having many master archers here. It might be an idea for me to retreat right now. Now here's the thing, right? If I go over here, I'm gonna get shot. Am I gonna get shot? Maybe I can do a little bit of damage like this. Oh, this might work. This might work. I'm using the environment to my advantage. And it seems to be going quite well, but unfortunately it seems like our allies are not having a very good time of things. So I'm gonna have to retreat. Go, 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 go. There we go. Ah, nice. Nice little sleep. Nice little snooze in the sand. We're not on vacation, Barney. We're not on vacation. We are attempting to take something. Thank you very much. Okay, so I guess... Oh, there's Lord Akadan. He's going to raid that village that we're now going to be the owners of. How wonderful. Good work. Good work doing something absolutely pointless. I'm just kidding, of course. I really don't mind whether he does that or not, but the point is that it is reducing the prosperity of the village, even though it's just about to become ours. So yeah, there is a slight issue with that. But never mind. We're going to wait for another day or so, and yeah, we'll go back in. Alright, so we should be able to do this no problem at all now. We've fully restored ourselves. I waited for another 12 hours or so, and we now should be able to go in and win automatically. They only have 45. As far as I'm aware, they only have 45, unless the battle advantage is affecting their numbers in the initial defense, but that's absolutely fine. I really don't mind about that, one way or another. But what I'm going to try and do is, once our units have gotten onto the battlements, I'm going to try and get around and destroy those archers in the archery nest like we had previously, because they, in the previous round, were doing so much damage, and we need to prevent them from doing that damage again. So if I can, I'm going to try and do that. I mean, the master archers are the main reason, well, in general, their archers are the main reason why anything is really dying at the moment. I mean, yes, some of them are being killed by guards, but I personally feel like those guards are only getting those kills because the archers are weakening any of the units near to them. So that's primarily the reason why I think defeating the archers is the key here. If we can, obviously, get up there, then that would be fantastic. But as it stands, we seem to have a couple of difficulties with that. Are we? Are we having difficulties with it? I don't know. I mean, here's the thing, like, yes, if they have Mamluks, if they have guards, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get up there, but theoretically, because of the numbers, and, you know, because we have the advantage, I suppose the bottleneck is causing a bit of a problem for us. That is a complication, because numbers don't really count for anything if only 2 units are able to fight at the same time. So obviously that is a bit of an issue, but... no, it seems like we're getting in. We are getting in. That's fantastic. Okay, I'm going to try and kill this... I was going to try and kill this Mamluk, but they're being very annoying. This is the kind of time when I'm going to rage at these Mamluks, really, because... You see what they've done? You see what they've done here? Yeah, they've absolutely boxed me in, and there are no other allies here either. Ah, lovely. I absolutely love it when things like that happen. No, I certainly don't. But there's only 44 remaining, and most of them are Mamluks. They have 24. Well, we are trying our best here. As you can see, I have been attempting to sort of get rid of most of the Mamluks and horsemen in this area. However, things are proving to be a little bit more difficult than previously anticipated, because there are just so many Mamluks, and as soon as any one of our infantry, or in general any unit whatsoever, comes up here, they get murdered. They get absolutely murdered by these guys, and hopefully I won't get killed again. I would very much appreciate it if I didn't, but it really just depends on these Mamluks and their two-handed maces. As you can see, these two-handed maces, they do have the ability to crush through blocks as well, which is making things very difficult. But thankfully, it seems like I have got in inside, so that's really nice. That is really nice. Get off, get off there. There we go, he died. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's hopefully just be able to clear these guys out. There we go. That is what we like. Okay. Is that it? There's one left. Where are you? Where? Ah, there he is. I'm gonna shoot at him. Yes, there's a headshot. And a miss from both of us. And then another headshot and another headshot. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So, I don't even know what to say. That siege. Really? Wow. Wow. Okay. So yeah, Mamluks, they're actually not that bad at defense, apparently, but well, I suppose it literally was just because there were Mamluks against random units. You know, we didn't have anything that was really, really good going against them, because, I mean, like, let's have a look here. Only 4 of my Swadian sergeants were taken out. Otherwise, there were 2 Rodok sergeants, a couple of Vagirs, but obviously the Vagirs, we know, are not particularly good in an infantry situation, so obviously that's a, you know, it's a bit of a problem, but otherwise, we do get an opportunity to take a number of rather wonderful Swadian units. Nice. I was not expecting any of these, actually. That's cool. Okay, thank you very much for that. And I'm not going to be taking any loot or any prisoners. There's no need for that. And now we're going to take a look here. Okay, so who has... Well, I suppose Lord Emleza. He actually came to help us. And he only has 1 castle, so I suppose it's a good idea that we give it to him. And now we have a slight problem with... Wow, Lord Tarchius hates Lord Emleza like nothing else. He lost 14 relation from that particular thing. Oh my, that's pretty bad, because Lord Tarchius is now being taken prisoner by the Nords. Maybe I should indict him. Maybe I should indict him, because he went off by himself, did not heed my call for assistance, you know, as the Marshal, because I am technically the Marshal at the moment, and then he got himself taken prisoner. So I'm not entirely sure what was he doing anyway. I mean, it doesn't seem like he was doing anything. I think he raided this village, yes, that's the one thing I saw him doing last, and then he got himself taken prisoner by the Nords, which is never a good thing, is it? Oh my. Oh well, never mind. At least we have taken most of the fiefs of the Saranids in this area, and I suppose, to finish this episode up, we're gonna just take a quick look at Shariz and see how many units they have in there. This is gonna be rather amusing, isn't it? Because it's gonna be a lot. They're gonna have a lot of really, really good units in there. Amusingly enough, however, I really did not lose many units. So I suppose calling for that campaign did allow me to continue being aggressive against the opponent, because if I'd lost, I don't know, 50 or so units, then I'd have to go back to the drawing board, I'd have to re-recruit, re-volunteer, you know, all that sort of thing, and, you know, things would not be as rosy as they are right now. Okay, so there's 330, they only have 50 master archers, not 30, but yeah. That might be easier than we think. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.